My name is Louis Montcho, and I'm doing this, kind of, motivational tapes, and try to talk to people and trying to get them to understand about, how, you could change your life around from 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 0 to 60. And when I say 0 to 60, I mean from nothing to something. In cars we talk about the speed and how fast you're gonna go. The car goes 125 miles an hour, 0 to 60. Uh, but that does apply in life as well, because we need to get to our destination, and sometimes we want to get there faster than quicker than possible. So we try to rush into doing things, and at the same time we also care about what others say, and we also wonder what they think of us. Well, in order for you to go 0 to 60 in, I don't know, a couple of years per se, is that you know when you drive in a car and you're in the car and you got in the car and you want to go 0 to 60 in whatever 5 seconds or so. I don't know the gist of everything when it comes to cars, but I do love cars as well. But you don't stick your neck out of the window and try to figure if people are looking at you while you're driving your car. What do? You concentrate and drive the car, and that's how you're gonna get there. But if you look outside of your window and try to figure, oh, are they looking at me? Am I doing a good job? Then you're not gonna get to your destination. But what I'm trying to say is that we all wonder what people think of us in order for us to feel like we're doing something worthy, or or how we're gonna be successful. But I'm gonna tell you that right now today, that you should not care what your mama tells you, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your friend, or that guy you're buying a coffee from in the morning, or maybe your taxi driver. It's not about what they think of you. It's all about what you think of yourself. Do you think that you're worthy? Do you think you believe that you're gonna make it? Do you believe that you're gonna be successful? Nobody else is gonna tell you that. Nobody else is gonna help you. One of the things that I usually tell people is that you have to do you. You know, you have to love you for others to love you. You know, you have to make it for others to follow you. You know what I'm saying? So when you make it, the others will follow. I mean, I'm talking about your mom, your father, your friend, your husband, your wife. It doesn't matter, because ultimately, when you fail, they will see that too. And when you fail, you're not going to get all that lovey-dovey feeling from everybody. Only from probably the ones that really do care about you, or the ones that really do love you. Those are the ones that will actually pat you in the back and say, hey, look, there's always a second chance or what's not. But most of the time, we are judged by what we do and what we've done, and not what we're going to do. Nobody knows what you're going to do. People only knows what you've done or did. So what I'm saying here today is that you cannot give a heck about what other people think of you in order for you to be successful, because there's gonna be that little rocky thing going on during your trip to success. Success is it's the destination. It's the ultimate destination. So it's like right now we're at the airport. You're trying to get a ticket. You're trying to fly and whatever. But we always have that feeling where it's like, am I gonna get there on time? Or when I get there, it's my ride gonna be there? You think of your destination. So we all think of what our future is going to be. We all think of what failures are, and we determine that to determine our future. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. Your ultimate goal has got to be that destination. Just like the next guy who's taking a trip, his ultimate goal is going to be that destination. So we have to think of our ultimate destination, which is success. I'm talking to you today. I'm a guy. I came from a large family. So there was some kind of there's a lot of competition in them, in our family when I was growing up. There was a lot of boys, only 2 girls. But ultimately, I do notice that we used to look at each other and figure, hey, where's that guy going to be at in 10 years? Where's he going to be at in 5 years? Well, you don't know. Well, I do know it now because that was then and this is now. But, the whole idea is that we all have a difficult past sometimes. We all go through a lot of things. We all go through tragedies. We all go through failures. We go through disappointment. We go through, lack of judgment. Sometimes we don't know who's backing us or who supports us. We just riding on. It's like you're floating on air. You don't know where you're gonna fall. Well, you gotta know where you're gonna fall. And I'm telling you today, you have to know that you're gonna be successful in order for you to be successful. That's not something that you question. In order for you to be successful, you have to know you're going to be successful, and that's how you're going to get to that destination. I'm going to go back and talking about the plane. So when you get to the airport, you have to know your destination is Paris or China or Hong Kong or whatever. That's what your destination. That's just a destination. You have to know it. And if you don't know it, there's something wrong because you're really not going to get on that plane. In order for you to get on that plane, you have to have a destination. In order for you to get on the plane into success, you have to know that you are going to be successful. I'm going to take a little break here and get back and have a little chat more about, what we just talked about. And then you're going to get to know a little bit about me, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of my failures and a lot of my disappointments, some of the things that I had to go through in life, tragedy, losing my 2 brothers and my mom at the same time, died in England, how that affected me. And, it was difficult, but we all go through these things, and we have to find a way to succumb that and move on and be the person that you wanted to be. So we're going to elaborate on that. And again, this is Montcho. I am here talking about success, failure, and ultimately your final destination, which is to be successful. And how you get there, it's ultimately up to you, not to anybody else. It's you. You have to make that possible. You have to stand up and say, I am going to be successful. I am going to own that restaurant that I want. I am going to be a lawyer. I am going to be a doctor. I am going to own a business. I am going to be a hairdresser. I'm going to be a makeup artist. I'm going to be a rapper. I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to be an awesome musician. I'm going to play the trumpet. You have to know that. You have to want it. You have to earn it, and you have to get it. And the only way you're going to do that is believe in you, not anybody else. Most people think that, oh, I'm going to be successful because I admire Beyonce or Trump or Obama or what's not, or any of these guys, or you get the singers out there, or Beyonce, what's not. You admire them, but they're not you. You are you. You have to admire yourself for you to be successful. And if you look at most of the people that are successful are people that let me say, people that have a very, very good self-esteem. They have a self-esteem. Not the ones that have a low self-esteem. They are the ones that are going to make it. And in order for you to make it, you have to have that same self-esteem. Not just plunder someone and just thinking about it. Oh my God, this person is awesome. I want to be like him. No, you want to be like you. You want to make it on your own, and you want to be like you. You are you. You have to respect yourself, and you have to have self-worth. Self-worthiness is the ultimate goal to being successful. You have to love you and you alone, not anybody else. Like when we're flying on the plane, they said that, the flight attendant will come and say, well, the instructions that they gave me, you have to take care of your own, seat belt or something before you help the child or anybody next to you. Well, that's exactly what life is all about. You got to help you before you can help somebody else. If you can't help yourself, how are you going to help anybody else? So you have to help yourself. So it's self-worthiness is an ultimate goal. So today, I'm going to leave you guys and kind of plunder this a little bit. Help yourself. Forget about everybody else. I know that this is kind of hard for me to say or for you to hear, but in order for you to be successful, you got to do you. You got to do what's right for you and not think about what other people say, because most people outside are not going to say anything nice about you. There's always someone out there that don't like you, someone out there that dislikes you or don't believe in you, and those people are going to get into you, and it's going to prevent you from you to get to that destination, which is success. You're not going to be successful by really thinking about what other people think of you. So I'm going to leave you up to that. Don't care what others say. Don't care what anybody else will say. Care about what you believe. And if what you believe is true, why not just go with that? Again, the name is Montcho, and I will have this chat with you guys again, and you folks that are listening, listen again. And thanks for listening.